What about Bill Butler?
Billy Butler.
Billy Butler.
Billy Butler played with Bill Doggett in the 50s, and he's the guy that played Honky Tonk. And that is an R&B classic of 1956. Probably sold more records than any instrumental there ever was up till then. It's absolutely a work of art, the song. I have never seen anybody play that solo the way it is on the record. One guy, Dimitri Callis, in Frederick, Maryland, can do it, and I can do it, and I think we're the only two people I've ever seen that could play that and find it, because a lot of it's real funny where it is. I've got it 95% right, and have been messing with it since '56 when it was new, and I still can't figure out one little thing in the very beginning of the solo which bugs me.
So you're gonna keep picking until you find it.
I will. There's two little teeny slides in the beginning. All the rest of it I have perfect.
So when you played in Danny and the Fat Boys, you opened up for Little Feat twice. And after the second time, is that when Lowell George, he died in Washington, right?
Yeah, the Marriott Key Bridge. Drug overdose.
Did you know him pretty well? There was a rumor had it that you were offered a job with Little Feat.
I was going to go on the road with his band. I did the last radio interview he ever did with anyone. Me and him and Damien at the Warner in the dressing room there. And he went back to the Marriott and OD'd and died. But, that night he asked me if I would finish out their tour with him, and I said, sure. Why not? But he didn't call, and I didn't know why. And then 2 days later it came out in the paper what happened to him. And I said, oh, that's swell. Because he was a nice, generous person. I used to go over to his house. He lived out in the Topanga Canyon outside L.A., way up on top of the mountain. Go over to Lowell's house and drink some cold beers and look out the window, And just talk about stuff. He was a real nice person. It really hurt for him to get killed personally.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference about going out and playing with him or anything. Just, I liked him a lot.
What do you think of the new stuff that just came out?
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it?
I've heard rave things about it. Frankly, I find it hard to believe that Little Feat can be Little Feat without him. I think they should have called it something else other than that. But then I haven't heard it. But I mean, Little Feat, Lowell George was Little Feat to me. I mean, he wrote all the tunes, played the greatest slide guitar anybody ever did. Never heard anybody play as melodic or as sweet a slide as him, especially up high. But I hear they're really good. Well, they always were. Geez, all the guys in that band were all monsters. And still are, so.
Yeah, the latest CD, it's very characteristic of it's the old Little Feat. I mean, it's, the same kind of beat. Of course,
that's what's important, I guess.
Yeah, they lay down that same kind of rhythm, the off time, where they're playing straight 4/4, and they got this off time. The drummer playing off time. And
there's John Previti. You could even talk to him too.
Mr. Bass Player.
Come around here, John. Come around here.
So, John Previti went to high school with Steve Wolf. Is that it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Did you?
Hey, John.
Hi, I'm Antoine.
Good to see you.
We're talking on the radio, man.
Yeah, you're live.
We're sitting in there making our tape for the radio.
Oh.
Why don't you come here and answer some questions?
I don't know anything.
Yes, you do.
You played electric bass for a long time. When did you switch to
Look how skinny he is.
That's when I was young, and there's Jerry Ciato when he had hair. Look at it.
Look how skinny you are. Okay, I played electric bass for a long time, yeah.
And when did you pick up the upright? Or
I started electric in high school in 1970, then in 72 I started studying upright in college. And then didn't play it for a long time, until around 1980, and that's when I started playing it again. I've pretty much been playing that for a living. It was an immediate conversion.
And where do you
like
draw the
overnight.
line between rock and roll and jazz? Were you playing more rock at one time than jazz, or was it
No,
both?
probably rock and roll and country. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I just started, it was like overnight, just started playing jazz and standards and stuff.
And he got real good, too.
Yeah, fantastic.
I won't let him play electric bass around me because I don't like electric bass. I like the big bass.
And that's a Czechoslovakian?
It's Hungarian.
Hungarian?
It's just a student model thing, but it's a great instrument. I mean, it sounds real good, but it's
sounds
just...
very basic. Wonderful.
Do we have any tapes or anything?
Take what?
Of the unfinished business.
Yeah, I got some. I don't know if they're any good though.
What do you mean?
Well, they've been sitting in the truck, and I think the heat ruined them. Frankly, if I sold them and they sound like, I'd feel kind of bad.
He says they've been sitting in the truck and he's afraid the heat might have messed them up.
You spend your dough and you take your chances.
Where are they?
Takes your chances, right?
Maybe there's
If
one
they haven't been in the
now.
direct heat, they probably are.
No, they haven't.
No, I think
How much is it?
8. And if it doesn't work, bring it back.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, bring it back.
you got change?
I doubt it. Hold on.
Change for
You got
what?
change for 20?
Here, let me. I
I
can go
doubt
10.
it.
I can go 10. Here.
Okay, let me see if
I don't
can
even
keep
have to. Maybe I do in here.
Is that the new one?
You getting all this down?
A heavy Ralph Gleason change of here. Oh, hey, come on.
It's the unfinished business truck.
No, Andy's a guitar player. You know, I don't. You know,
There's one.
John McPherson.
Yeah.
He lent him
You
a
could put
tape.
this on pause, you know.
Yeah,
He says,
cool.
"God, that's a good tape."
Oh,
So
this
I'm
is
gonna
great.
send it home
It's
with
not bad. Yeah,
a tape.
That's $1.
Let's see. Yeah, a band called. What, man? All your damn papers. It's my memory shot the hell. Let's see here. Jack Reed and the Thunderbirds.
Wonderful.
Barbara Jean.
Wonderful.
Tell me about that, because I
The
don't know.
Thunderbirds, nobody ever heard of them. They were just a local Southeast DC band,
Uh-huh.
but they played rockabilly. They played Elvis stuff and Carl Perkins stuff and all kind of stuff. Whatever was out that was really kicking ass in the 50s, these guys did it. And they used to practice in Jack Reed's basement across the street from my house, and I used to get to peek in the window and watch them.
Huh.
And then after I got to be able to play a little bit, they used to let me come in and watch them. And I'd say, golly, look at that. Old Jack Reed, who still lives in Rockville, not that old, plays left-handed, and he played real good.
Wow. Let's see.
But they wrote a tune called Barbara Jean and recorded it when they were like 14 years old, made a tape of it, not a record, in his basement. I still got a tape of it. It's so raw, it's wonderful.
Oh, yeah?
It's so crude, it's great. I mean, it's really got that attitude, sound of that era.
And Link Wray?
Never cared much for him.
No? Did you know him?
Yep.
Different ideals in terms of what you want to do in music. He was definitely one with a basement sound, believed in it, and raunchy guitar, a lot of distortion.
I didn't like that.
So it,
I never fully appreciated where he was coming from. He used to play cheap guitars. I mean, really cheap guitars with like 5 pickups and 3-foot-long wangy bars.
Who's that?
Link Wray through old Fender amps and new 59 tweed basements and turn them up all the way at the teen club. I've seen him do it 100 times. Jesus Christ, there's Link. Yeah, all the knobs on 13 and. Oh no! I did some recording. I played on one of his albums years ago and didn't get any credit for it.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Which one was
Fire and
that?
It's called Fire and Brimstone. He's an Indian on the cover, you know, because
Oh, yeah?
Link was an Indian anyway, Cherokee. His mother was purebred Cherokee. I played slide guitar with a spoon on Fire and Brimstone in his kitchen at his house. He had a recording studio out in the chicken shed,
Uh-huh.
3-track shack they called it.
Uh-huh.
So they run a cord into the house. So I sit in his kitchen, stuck a butter knife under the strings of a 1910 Gibson guitar, and used a spoon for a slide, and played Fire and Brimstone. He got great reviews on his slide playing, and I got $8 and no credit.
$8?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Hey kid, we'll give you $8. Gosh, really? I'll do it.
How old were you then?
Oh, probably about 26. No, I was.
That was in
That was-
71.
yeah, I was.